am Miranda, here with Councilmember Helena Brown and George Leal, General Manager of EruAsia. George?
Thank you, Claudia. Hi, my name is George Leal. I'm the General Manager here at EruAsia Fusion Sushi. We're located at Westview and Word Road at the shopping center Bell Tower. And if you're craving for sushi, not only sushi, we have tempura, teriyaki, and other cooked items. Bring your family and come on out when you have a chance. Thank you very much.
Thank you, George. Next, we're going to go off to Councilmember with a weekly report.
Hi, Councilmember Helena Brown here with this week's agenda report for February the 6th. We had 32 items of this week's agenda, and I voted no to 5 of those. The first couple items 6, 6A, 7, 7A, are vehicle purchases for various departments. And routinely we purchase vehicles for the city throughout the year, and I'm supportive most of the time for these vehicle needs. Unfortunately, here we're just not being as careful about tightening our belts and how we spend and how many of these vehicles can still be utilized, and they don't have any problems. We're talking about $6 million being spent on, I believe, about 300 vehicles citywide. So we've got to relook at this. Second item on these items is that we're using the dedicated drainage fund. That fund needs to be used on our streets and drainage needs, flooding needs in the city of Houston. And if it's a dedicated drainage fund, let's dedicate it to drainage, please. So let's not spend about $467,000 from that fund on these vehicles. Item number 9 are additional projects that the city are taking on to help with different philanthropic causes. We already have many philanthropic type projects that the city already is tackling, and we want to go and find some more, utilizing different federal grant funds coming through, state grant funds being brought through. We're in a tight situation financially at every level of government. We cannot continue to find more projects in which to spend tax dollars. Number 11, this is $292,000 for a concrete bike trail project, about 2,000 feet of new trail, etc. And we do have a parks board, we have a private sector that we can rely upon for more of these recreational type needs. This is not a priority need in the city when we do have infrastructure needs that are higher priority that we need to focus upon. The final item is item number 30. This is the big one. Been talking about this for a couple weeks now around town. The precious metals ordinance change. They were matching the state regulations, which is over 24 requirements that the state already makes to this industry. But they're going way beyond that. They add a criminal misdemeanor penalty for violating this ordinance. So that's going to be any type of, even with human error, is opportunity for them to be charged with a misdemeanor. And now also there's 4 major requirements: the photo ID and thumbprint being taken of every customer that comes in to sell even a small little ring. 99.9% of the customers of this industry are going to have to submit to that. The suggested reasoning behind all this is to prevent and solve crimes of this kind in the city of Houston. Unfortunately, majority of items stolen in the city of Houston are sold outside the city of Houston. Thieves are not going to be submitting to their photo and thumbprinting and all of that, so they're going to, more of these goods are going to be sold outside the city, which makes it harder to recover. HPD says this is why they're doing it, it's to solve crime. This is actually going to make it more difficult for them. And when I stated that on council today, the HPD officers, they were nodding their heads, because they understand that this is not going to help solve crime. And they think it might prevent crime. The crooks are not going to give up the Houston territory just because they're not able to sell within the city limits. That's not going to be the case. So unfortunately, this is the new law, and also web-based database in which they will be collecting all of these photographs and thumbprints of all these legitimate transactions within the city of Houston. And that'll be accessible by the government. And that's the last item for this week.
That's a report for this week. I'm Claudia Miranda. Until next time.